Yo, what's going on, guys? Fate here, and welcome to the Quarantine Draft Tour Round 1. Now, let me go ahead and go over what the Quarantine Draft Tour is. It is a draft tournament where you select a team of off a tier list given to you. You get to select 7 or 8 mons, and then you work your way through a tournament, and you prep for your opponents and all of that. And you work your way through through a tournament, doing that till you lose. It's double elimination. So this is round one. So I can't afford to lose if I lose, and because I'd still be in the tournament. So I think that's about it. I can't really remember anything else about it, but yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. I play Hyper here, and as you can see, the matchup. The matchup is quite interesting. So he has Metacham, which has the ability to one shot all my guys, literally. Like pretty sure, like one shots all every single Pokemon because HJK with Bugdos, Zen, Ice Punch, maybe Prime lives a Zen. I don't think so though. And then this guy would not be able to live Zen. But we'll go ahead and get to my prep. I was Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Volt Switch that guy. I was a normal Ferrothorn, but really its purpose is just to switch into Melmetal and make it take damage because it gets destroyed by everything else on his team. Mega Garchomp, which just has rocks and then Edge Quake and Dragon Move, Assault Vest Prim, and Galarian Weezing with Pyapa Berry to lure in the Metacham and hopefully get a kill. So that is the matchup, and in order to win this game, I thought I had to keep Melmetal and Metacham out. So let's see how I do. So I lead Infernape against his Rotom, and I figured Infernape was a pretty good lead against all his guys except for Torn and maybe Rotom. I really just wanted to detour him leading Metacham or Melmetal because that would have sucked if he can just come in and get a kill immediately. So that's what I decided to do. I led Infernape. I feared Scarf, so I go Garchomp, knowing that he's going to Volt Switch if he's Scarf. So this play is a big play in the game. I go for Rocks, knowing that he's either Scarf or he's going to probably go for Will-O-Wisp, right? But in my opinion, Garchomp is not incredibly necessary because it's checked by 1, 2, 3, 4 mons on his team and doesn't even one-shot Melmetal. And then the only thing it does is outspeed Metacham and kill it, which I already have 2 mons that can. So that is the reason I stayed in here, and I wanted to explain that because I end up dodging. So yeah, I switch out into Prim here, thinking that he's gonna Volt Switch or Will-O-Wisp again, which is fine. And obviously I'm weak to Electric, but it does like 20% because of my AV. So I go for Moonblast, and I do 31. I get the special attack drop, so I'm gonna go for Moonblast again, seeing what his set is. And as you can see, it's Rest, obviously. So I click Moonblast again, and I get a free switch to my Zeraora, and he stays asleep. So he gets his Sleep Talk and Freeze Dry there that turn, and I'm able to Volt Switch out. And he goes Melmetal, and I go for Volt Switch here, and this gives me free Infernape. So what I'm thinking here is that there's no way he's going to sit here and stay in and let his Melmetal die. And in order to for my Calm Mind Zeraora to win, which I believe is my win con, outspeeds all his mons, especially since I know Rotom's not Scarf. He probably does not have a Scarfer, unless it's Scarf Gramble, which I don't even know if that probably doesn't outspeed Zeraora. So, because of that, I wanted to get rid of the Rotom or heavily cripple it. So I decided to go for the Toxic here, but he stays in, which is just insane to me. And then somehow Infernape manages to live a EQ, so that's insane. And I go for Fire Blast and I miss, so that sucks. He goes for Body Press, and yeah. So, in my opinion, the Fire Blast and the Willow they even out, but I honestly think that my Fire Blast miss was bigger than his fucking his Will-O-Wisp miss because Infernape killed every mon. Not it didn't kill every mon, but it killed every mon except for Torn, and Torn took like 80 because I was Life Orb. So if he was offensive, Obviously, he gets regen and all that, but he ticks a lot. So I think losing my Infernape was worse for me than him missing his Will-O-Wisp, but that's just me. Anyway, so in order to kill this Melmetal, I had to go Garchomp, and I EQ in normal. I shouldn't have done that. I should have Mega Evolved. I think EQ probably would have killed if I Mega'd, and I didn't. And then I die. So I lose my Garchomp and my Infernape, which sucks. Both are my faster Mons. But I go Prem, I get the kill. And then I'm looking at this game. I'm like, man, how am I gonna win this? And I'm like, I have to find a way to get Zeraora in, and I need to find a way to chip down this Rotom. So that's what we're gonna try to do here. So he goes hard Rotom. I decide to stay in because I know Prim eats it. And I go for Moonblast, I think, and I'm able to get rid of the Lapras. And yeah, that's nice. That doesn't really matter in my opinion because obviously I just could come in with Zeraora, and that was even set up far to an extent. So he goes Metacham, and this is where I go hard for Thorn. I expected Zen, but he goes for HJK. But either way, I was fine. I was fine with him clicking either one. So I let my Ferrothorn go down to get some chip on him, which puts him in range for Zeraora to kill. So I go Zeraora here. I believe I Volt Switch, actually. No, I T-Bolt. Okay. So I T-Bolt, and then I Volt Switch. And this puts him at 60%, which is in range of +1 Focus Blast. Maybe, if he's offensive. But I think he's defensive. Because he's, the way he is Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, Overheat. Last move was probably Defog, since he has heavy duty boots, especially knowing his Torn set. So he just didn't deem it important enough to go for it. So I go Wheezing because he's -2, so Volt Switch isn't going to do that much. And he actually clicks Fake Out here, which is fine. And I know that with my Payapa Berry, the Zen Headbutt here will do about 50%. But he sees that I am not Black Sludge and actually switches out on me, knowing that I'm probably going to be Payapa Berry. So that was a really good recognition by him. And he goes for Tailwind here, and I'm like, man, this is bad. I really have to stall out these turns. So I go for Willow here. He stays in the Hurricanes, and thankfully I don't die. Thankfully I don't die. So he goes for Heat Wave here, and now he has one more turn. And I know that I'll eat anything with Zeraora here, so I believe I Calm Mind up. And this is where I think I'm going to have the game wrapped up. Because, yeah, I think that at +1, I have a chance to kill Rotom, and Rotom can't kill me. The Gramble probably would have lived one here, but if he's defensive. But as you can see, he's the Quick Feet set, which is literally perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better, to be honest. So, I go for Thunderbolt, I kill that. And now his play here is to Fake Out Cycle me. But as you can see, Fake Out only does 28%. And I have the lefties to recover 8%, I think, every time. And I get a second Calm Mind here to ensure that I can kill Rotom after this. And yeah, and I think that would be the game. I go for T-Bolt there, as you can see. Get some more lefties recovery. He goes Rotom. I hit my Focus Blast. G. As he's going to go Metacham and go for a Fake Out, I believe. And then I T-Bolt, and that's the game. So yeah, important things to note about that game is don't lose your Mons early, over predicting. Be aware of the calcs, because I think I just went Garchomp expecting Melmetal to die, and I didn't Mega, and I should have, because having Garchomp there still would have helped a lot. Would have given me another sack on the Rotom had I needed it, and then I could have switched it in on Gramble if he was defensive and stuff like that. So yeah, and it would have chipped down the Gramble, hopefully far enough to where I could win with Zeraora anyway. So don't lose your Mons early. Note to self. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys did enjoy. And I'll see you guys in the next round. Peace.